lesson, not for discussion. We play with drums like shit is percussion. Stay with a hammer like this is construction. Drink too much Henny, might shoot up.
What's good, YouTube man? It's Clutch. We're back out with another video. Today's video, we got the top 3 best builds as of patch 10 in NBA 2K20. Now let me just get something out the way. You guys really do enjoy my top 3, my top 5 best build videos, so I'm deciding to give you guys another one. Now let me just state something real quick. It's only a top 3, so if I miss some good builds, if your favorite build is not up here, please do not get mad. With only 3 builds, it's kind of hard to choose every single good build. I'm going to try to give you guys the best builds possible, and also I'm going to have timestamps in the comment section below. The pinned comment is going to be timestamps for all 3 builds. Make sure you guys do check that out and like that comment, all that good stuff. And I also forgot to say, please do like the video, man, because these videos do take a long time to make. I'm making this sort of content for you guys, so if you guys could show your appreciation by hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. Now we're gonna get straight into the video. So the very first build is going to be the slashing playmaker. The best way to make a slashing playmaker is make this build a point guard. And now let me also explain something. Some of these builds I've already made separate videos on. Not everybody has seen those videos, so I'm going to throw them in this video as well. But the best way to make a slashing playmaker is make it a point guard. This other stuff does not matter. That's personal preference. Now moving on to skill breakdown. When you're making a slashing playmaker, there are 3 pie charts you can pick to make this build. Obviously this one, the playmaking and finishing, this is going to be the most common one. You can also pick the all playmaking pie chart, and you can also pick the defensive playmaking. Now that just leads me into another thing I wanted to say. It was kind of hard leaving out the 2-way slashing playmaker. I did want to throw that build in, but I decided to go with the slashing playmaker. But for this build, you are going to be picking this pie chart, the playmaking and slashing. And let me just tell you, this build is going to get 64 badges. It's going to be insane. Pick this pie chart. Now moving on to physical profile, man, there's only 2 physical profiles I would recommend personally when choosing this build. I would either pick all agility or the agility and vertical. With this build, I recommend you pick this one because you're a slashing playmaker. You need height and vertical to get up there and dunk. Look at your vertical, a 95 vertical compared to an 83 vertical. That's a 12-point difference. That's huge. Look at the speed, 95 speed to a 92 speed. That is not a big difference whatsoever. You're going to want to pick this one, but if you want all agility, go ahead and do that. I'm not saying it's a bad pie chart. Me personally though, I believe this one's better. Now moving on to attributes, man, make sure you guys do it just like this to get 64 badges. You are going to max out your close shot. You also are going to max out your driving layup, also max out that driving dunk. Moving on to your standing dunk, you're going to put this up to a 33, just 1 point up. So you get 20 finishing badges. Now moving on to shooting, you are going to max out your mid-range shot. You also are going to max out your 3-point shot, also max out your free throw and your post fade. You are going to put this to a 80, which is 1 point off of the max. Yep, 1 point off of the max. Now moving on to playmaking, your pass accuracy, you are going to max this out to an 89, I believe. Yeah, 89. And your ball handling, also max that out to get 22 playmaking badges. Now moving on to defense, you are going to max out your perimeter defense, also max out your lateral quickness, max out your steal as well. And these last upgrades, you're going to put those to your defensive rebounding, put that to a 71, and you get 9 defensive badges. And you guys can see, here's the build. You get 20 finishing, 13 shooting, 22 playmaking, and 9 defensive and rebounding. You can add that up. That's a total of 64 badges for the slashing playmaker build. If you guys did not know, the max amount of badges you can get for any build is 65 badges. This build gets 64 badges. This build is insane. You're in the need of a point guard build. I really highly recommend you make this build. Great finishing, great shooting, great playmaking, good defense. Very solid build. I know some people are gonna in the comment section are gonna be saying, oh, my slashing playmaker has 65 badges. Yeah, the only thing is you're getting 1 defensive badge. That's not worth it. You have to sacrifice 8 defensive badges to get 65 badges. It's not worth doing. This is going to be the best way to make the slashing playmaker. Now moving on to body shape, man, it does not matter whatsoever. I'm going to just pick defined. You can pick built. It doesn't matter whatsoever. Now moving on to the height with this build, I recommend you pick 6'5", and let me tell you why. 6'5", so you have better defense. You have a 90 driving dunk. You can still speed boost. Your ball handling is still really high. I think it's going to be the best height. You can even go 6'6". You want to be a little bit taller, but I think 6'5" is going to be the best height. Now moving on to the weight, you don't really need weight with this build, so I would lower it all the way down to 175 pounds for better acceleration and better lateral quickness. Now moving on to the wingspan, I also recommend you lower this all the way down so you get better shooting and better ball handling. You guys see 76 mid-range, 66 3-pointer, and 91 ball handling. This build is going to be insane. You're going to be able to speed boost, going to be able to get contact dunks. It's going to be a very nice build. Now moving on to takeovers, man, either slasher, playmaker, or shot creator. If you want to have a little bit better offensive abilities, I'd probably pick shot creator. I'm gonna pick slasher with this build. You want shot creator, you want playmaker, they're not bad options, but I recommend you pick slasher. And you guys can see, here's the build. You have built a slashing playmaker similar to Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook, and John Morant. 64 badges. Now I'm gonna show you guys the best badges for this build. Just like I do in every single one of my videos, we're gonna get straight into it. Let's put this to 99 overall real quick. We're not gonna waste any time. It's not like a regular build video. I'm trying to make this as short as possible. 99 overall. Now you guys see 20 finishing badges. You got 90 driving dunk. You're gonna be able to get the small, elite, and pro contact dunks. This build is gonna be insane. You're gonna want Hall of Fame contact finishers so you can get contact dunks, obviously. You're only 6'5". You want Giant Slayer Hall of Fame. This badge is that activate if you go up against anybody that's 6'10" or taller. I recommend Slithery Finisher as well. It's gonna be another great badge to help you finish a lot better. Now, if you're one of those people, since you do have a very high driving dunk, you like to catch alley-oops with your point guard, I highly recommend you put on Lob City Finisher. It's going to be a great badge. But if you don't catch alley-oops with your guard, don't worry about putting that on. I also recommend Fancy Footwork to be a very nice badge for you as well. And you can either do Relentless Finisher, Consistent Finisher, Acrobat, Lob City. It's really up to you. I think I'm going to go Lob City though. Just being able to catch alley-oops with their point guards will make you much more deadly. I think I'm going to recommend you choose this badge setup. Now moving on to shooting badges, man. Only 13 shooting badges. So you got to make the most of these. Quick draw, you need this badge. You don't have this badge on, you're not going to be able to shoot. It's really that simple. Rain extender, it's going to help you shoot a lot deeper. You want this badge as well. I recommend Hot Zone Hunter Gold. You have all your Hot Zones badges to help you shoot so much better. Trust me on that. Now you got 4 upgrades left. There's a couple options I could see you doing. Green Machine, Difficult Shots, or Deadeye. I'm going to do Silver Difficult Shots and Silver Green Machine. Silver Difficult Shots that'll help you fade so much better. Green Machines that help you shoot more greens. If you want Difficult Shots a little bit higher, or you want Green Machine a little bit higher, you can go ahead and do that. There's plenty of good options. I think it's going to be the most balanced though. Moving on to playmaking badges, man. 22 playmaking. You're going to want Handles for Days, Quick First Step, Space Creator, Tie Handles, and Silver Unpluckable. These are going to be the best options. Handles for Days is going to help you out so much. Quick First Step. These are going to be the best badges. Now with this last Hall of Fame badge, you can either pick Floor General or Dimer. Dimer, they're both great badges, or you can even pick Lob City Passer depending if you're playing with the Slasher or something like that. I think I'm going to pick Dimer, but if you want Floor General, Flashy Passer, or Lob City Passer, there's plenty of good options. Just do whatever you want to do. Now moving on to defensive badges, man. 9 defensive badges. There's 3 badges you gotta have. Don't choose anything else besides this. Trust me. You want Gold Clamps, Gold Intimidator, and Gold Pick Dodger. Gold Pick Dodger to help you fight through Hall of Fame brick wall screens. Intimidators to make people miss shots. Clamps is gonna help you clamp the opposing ball handler. You need these 3 badges, I'm telling you. But that's build number 1, man. Let's get straight into build number 2. Alright, man, now moving on to build number 2. This is going to be the best interior force build. So you're going to make this build a center. You can make it a power forward or center, but I'm choosing to do center because you're going to get more badges than you would at power forward. So make a center. This other stuff does not matter, personal preference. Now when you're making an interior force, there's 2 pie charts. You can pick all finishing and you can pick this one. Me personally though, we are going to be picking this one. And let me just say, this build is going to get 61 badges. It's going to be a very nice center build. Gonna be insane at dunking and all that type of stuff. Make sure you guys pick this all finishing pie chart. Now with this build, you are gonna want strength, so keep in mind I wouldn't pick either of these one because this one you're lacking in speed, this one you're lacking in vertical. You can't afford to lack in either of those stats. You're gonna want to pick this balanced pie chart. You have better speed, good vertical, and you still got a 95 strength. Don't make the mistake of picking one of these pie charts. You are going to want to pick balanced pie chart. Now moving on to attributes, man, make sure you guys do it just like this to get the maximum badges possible. You are going to max out your close shot. You're not going to touch driving layup. Actually, I think you put it up +1. Just put it up +1. Now driving dunk, you are going to max this out. You also are going to max out your standing dunk, and you also are going to max out your post hook. So you get 28 finishing badges. Now you aren't going to touch shooting with this build, so just keep that in mind. Now pass accuracy, you are going to max that out, and you also are going to max out your post moves. You get 18 playmaking badges, very solid. Now you're going to max out interior defense. Put your perimeter defense to put it to a 40. Your lateral quickness, you are going to put this to you're actually going to max out your lateral quickness. Your steal, put that to a 50. And these last 3 stats, your block, and both of your rebounding stats, you're going to max these out, of course. You're going to be able to get 14 defensive badges. It's going to be pretty solid with this build. And you guys can see, here's the build. You get 28 finishing, 1 shooting, 18 playmaking, and 14 defensive rebounding. You can add that up. That's a total of 61 badges for this interior force build. Very solid amount of badges. Great finishing, great playmaking, and good defense. Now I know some people are saying, oh, I don't want my driving rate to be that low. If you don't want it to be that low, you are going to have to lower post moves or rebounding. Whatever one you want to do, I'd say probably lower the post moves. You are going to lose out on a few badges, but if you want that higher driving layup, go ahead. I think it's going to be the best though, so you get the maximum badges possible. Make sure you guys copy down just like this. Now body shape does not matter. Just because it's the center, I think I'm going to just pick built or burly. Whatever one you like better, however you want your player to look, I'm going to just pick built. Now moving to the height, I would not recommend making this player 7'3". Even though it's a center, don't make it 7'3". Your speed is too low. You can't get contact dunks. It ruins the point of this build. I would make this build either 6'11" or 6'10". And I'm gonna tell you why. 6'11", you have an 84 driving dunk. You're gonna be able to get the pro and big man contact dunks off rip, and when you hit 99, you'll be able to get all 4 contact dunks. Now 6'10", you're a little bit faster. You have an 89 driving dunk. You're going to be able to get all the contact dunks off rip. As soon as you max out your driving dunk, you're going to be able to get every single contact dunk. I'm going to recommend you make the build 6'10". But if you really want to make it 6'11", that's the absolute tallest I would be. Don't go 7 foot and don't go over that. 6'11" or 6'10". I'm going 6'10" personally though. Now moving on to the weight. You want that interior force name. You are going to have to make your player pretty heavy. If you don't care about acceleration vertical, I'd probably max the weight out. But I think I'm going to put the weight to 270. It's still pretty heavy, but I don't want it insanely heavy that my acceleration and stuff goes below 60. That's all I'm going to do it personally though. Now moving on to the wingspan. It is a center. You want to max your wingspan out for you have better defense. You can grab more rebounds. That's a no-brainer. Don't even think about doing this. You can't shoot, so you might as well max out. Nothing else. I'm moving on to takeovers, man. It's either post score or rim protector. If you want post score, it's gonna make you score a lot better. But I would honestly recommend rim protector. It's gonna improve your defense so much. I would recommend rim protector. You want post score? Then go ahead. I'm picking rim protector. And you guys can see here's the build. You have built an interior force similar to Bill Russell, Andre Drummond, and Clint Capella. Very solid center build. 61 badges, gonna be able to go crazy. Now I'm gonna show you guys the best badges for this build. Of course, you know, I gotta get you guys the best badges so you guys can't make it a good build and not have good badges. Let me just put this to 99 overall real quick. Now you got 28 finishing badges. It's gonna be 7 Hall of Fame, 89 driving dunk. You're gonna be able to get every single contact dunk with this build. It's gonna be very solid. You want Hall of Fame contact finishers so you can obviously contact dunk. It's not even a question. Now, Giant Slayer, you could put this badge on because you are only 6'10". It's only going to activate if you go up against a 7'3" center. Sometimes it could happen, so I'm going to put this on Hall of Fame as well. You want Relentless Finisher Hall of Fame. You want Slithery Finisher Hall of Fame, especially when you're driving in the paint. Definitely need that badge. You want Lob City Finisher Hall of Fame. If you guys did not know, alley-oops are a great way to rep up in this game. You're going to get tons of rep by catching alley-oops, and people are going to be throwing you alley-oops with this build. You need that badge. Now, you can also throw on deep hooks. I'm actually going to advise you throw on deep hooks. Your post hook is like a 95. You have deep hooks Hall of Fame. You're going to be able to post hook from Narnia. It's going to be insane. Trust me, you're going to thank me later when you put that deep hooks Hall of Fame. Now, you got 4 badges left. You can go back down Punisher. You want consistent finish or fancy footwork. I'm going to say if you want drop stepper so you can have a little bit better post game. If you pick post score takeover, it's going to be pretty nice. There's plenty of good options. I think I'm going to go with pro touch. Like I said, there's plenty of good options. I think these are going to be the best options though. Make sure you guys copy down just like that. Now moving on to shooting badges. We didn't upgrade one shooting stat. So just throw on slippery off ball. It's going to make you move faster off the ball. None of these other badges will benefit you. So just throw on slippery off ball. They got 18 playmaking badges. It's going to be insane. You want Dream Shake Gold, Post Spin Technician, Break Starter, Gold Bailout, and you got 6 badges left. Quick First Step, and you could probably do Unpluckable. I think this is going to be the best playmaking badges. Yeah, these are definitely going to be the best playmaking badges for this build. You get 18 of them. Unfortunately, you don't get Dimer or nothing, which is kind of a bummer. You have so many playmaking badges for no Dimer, but these are going to be the best playmaking badges. Now, moving on to defensive badges. 14 defensive badges. You want gold brick wall so you can set screens. Pretty simple. Intimidators to make people miss shots. You want that badge as well. Now let me just explain something real quick. Since you're a 6'10" center, you're going to be getting matched up against taller post scores. Throw on post move lockdown gold. Trust me, you're going to thank me later when you throw this badge on. If you have this badge on, you're going to be able to clamp them post scores. But if you don't have it on, you're not going to be able to play any type of defense on it. It's going to be horrible. Trust me, you need that badge. Now, rebound chaser, you want a horse, you want a snag, all that type of stuff. You need rebound chaser gold or at least silver. I would probably do gold though. Now 2 upgrades left. You can go clamps. You want to improve your perimeter defense. Your perimeter defense isn't super high, so I mean it's not going to make a huge difference. If you want to throw it on, go ahead. I think I'm going to recommend throwing pogo stick. It's going to improve your defense against post scorers and centers just 10 times more. Trust me, I think it's going to be the best defensive badges for this build. You could choose clamps though, chase down artist, interceptor. I think it's going to be the best option. But that's build number 2, man. Let's get straight into the last build of this video. Alright, man, moving on to the final build of this video, I decided to throw in my godly scoring machine build. Now with this build, you can make it a point guard, a shooting guard, or a small forward. We're going to be making a point guard for the most badges possible. Make it a point guard. This other stuff does not matter. That's personal preference. Moving on to the skill breakdown, the pie charts you can use to make this build are this pie chart, and there is another pie chart, but I'm not going to lie to you, I kind of forgot which one it was. But the one we're going to be using to make this build is going to be this shooting and finishing pie chart. Make sure you guys do pick this pie chart to make the scoring machine. Now moving on to the physical profile, there's 2 physical profiles I would recommend, either all agility or the agility and vertical. I recommend you pick the vertical and agility because the vertical is a huge difference. 91 vertical to a 78 vertical, that's a 13-point difference. But look at the speed, 88 speed to 84 speed. Not too big of a difference. You want that all speed, go ahead, but I'm gonna recommend you pick this one. Now the attributes, copy it down just like this. You get the maximum badges possible. You're gonna max out your close shot. You also are gonna max out your driving layup. Also max out your driving dunk, and your standing dunk. You put this to a 37. Now shooting, you're gonna max out every single shooting stat. So you're gonna max out your mid-range, 3-pointer, your free throw, and your post fade. So you get 21 shooting badges. Going to be very nice. Now playmaking, you're going to put your pass accuracy to a 79. Now let me just explain something real quick. I know it maxes out as 82, but it has to be a 79. If you put it to 80, 81, 82, it's going to change your build name. If you want to say scoring machine, it can't be higher than a 79. Now you're also going to max out your ball handling. You guys see 12 playmaking badges. Now moving on to defense, you are going to max out your perimeter defense. Also max out your lateral quickness, max out your steal as well. These remaining upgrades, you're going to put them to your defensive rebounding, so you get 8 defensive badges. And you guys can see, here's the build. You get 16 finishing, 21 shooting, 12 playmaking, and 8 defensive rebounding. You can add that up. That's a total of 57 badges for the scoring machine build. This build is very insane. You're going to be able to get contact dunks, great shooting, decent playmaking, and decent defense. I know a lot of people did enjoy the scoring machine build, so I decided to throw it in this video. And now we're going to get straight into this other stuff. Body shape doesn't matter, but just since it's a guard, I'm going to pick Define or Compact. You want to make your player build, it doesn't matter, I'm going to just pick Define. Now height with this build, I would go 6'5", so you have a little bit better height, so you have better defense, you can still speed boost, and your driving dunk is at 83. Not going to be able to get contact dunks with that off rip, but as soon as you hit like 96, 97 overall, you're going to be able to get contact dunks, the pro contact dunks, and all the contact dunks. You're going to be able to dunk pretty good with this build. I recommend you pick 6'5". Now weight, lower it all the way down. You don't need weight with this build. You want that better acceleration and that better vertical. Go to 175 pounds. Now wingspan with this build, I recommend you lower it all the way down so you get better ball handling and better shooting. Now if you're one of those people who are like, oh, I don't want to have tiny T-Rex arms with a 6'5" player, the longest you can make your wingspan for it to say scoring machine is going to be 80.7. If you do default or higher, it's going to change your name to an inside out scorer. This is the highest wingspan you can do for it to still say scoring machine, but honestly I recommend you just lower it all the way down for the better shooting, the better ball handling. Now takeovers, if you want to speed boost this build when you have takeover, you want to pick playmaker or slasher. I personally recommend you pick slasher. This badge is going to boost the most attributes possible. It's going to be insane with this build. Pick slasher takeover with this build. If you want one of these takeovers though, just to help you score better, shooting wise, they're not bad options, but I'm going to recommend you pick slasher. And you guys can see, here's the build. You have built a scoring machine similar to Derrick Rose, Jamal Murray, and Malcolm Brogdon. Now we're to get straight into the best badges for this build, like I do in every single one of my videos. We're to get this out the way. We ain't gonna waste time, nothing like that. We just put this to 99 overall real quick. Now you guys see, 16 finishing badges. You have an 83 driving dunk. Like I said, when you hit 96, 97 overall, you're gonna be able to get contact dunks. You want Hall of Fame contact finishers so you can get contact dunks. Bar only 6'5", you want Giant Slayer as well. This badge is activate going up against anybody that's 6'10" or taller. Now you got 8 badges left. If you're one of those people that likes catching alley-oops to their point guard, definitely throw this badge on. I'm gonna throw on Slither Finisher as well. It's gonna help you out so much. Now, like I said, you want to catch alley-oops to your point guard, this is a very good option. I'm gonna recommend fancy footwork though. But like I said, you want to catch alley-oops, pick a Lob City Finisher. Fancy footwork though if you don't want to. That's what I recommend for finishing. Now shooting badges, you get 21 shooting badges. You want Hall of Fame quick draw. Obviously you don't have this badge on, you're not gonna be able to shoot. Range extenders help you shoot a lot deeper. Definitely throw this badge on. Hot Hunter, this badge will help you shoot so much better. Green Machine, it's gonna help you shoot a lot more greens. I definitely recommend that. Difficult Shots, this badge will help you fade a lot better. Your scoring machine, this is pretty much like a Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan build. Also, rest in peace my man Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna. Just since we talking about them, gotta show respect. And you got one upgrade left. I would probably throw on Deadeye just so you can shoot a little bit more contested. I think it's going to be the best badges for this build when it comes to shooting. That's what I recommend you do. Now, playmaking badges, only 12 playmaking badges. You got to make the most of these. I recommend handles for days, quick first step, tie handles. And you only got 3 upgrades left. I would split these between unpluggable and space creator. Do silver space creator and bronze unpluggable. These are going to be the best options. Unfortunately, with only 12 upgrades, no floor general dimer, just not enough upgrades. Now moving on to defensive badges, 8 defensive badges. You want gold clamps and gold pick dodger. Those badges have to be gold. Gold pick dodger to help you fight through Hall of Fame brick wall screens. Clamps to help you clamp that opposing ball handler. Last 2 upgrades. Throw them an intimidator just so you can make people miss more shots. It's going to improve your defense that much more. But that's pretty much it, man. That's the top 3 best builds in NBA 2K20 as a patch 10. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did enjoy this video, man, make sure you guys do hit that like button, subscribe. These type of videos do take a long time to make. So if you can show your appreciation, do hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also, check out my top 5 best build video I posted about 2 months ago. That video almost has 200,000 views. In case you want to see some more builds, that video is up. Sorry if one of your builds that you thought should have made the list wasn't on the list. With only top 3 builds, with only 3 builds on this list, it's kind of hard to get every single build. And I tried to do the best I possibly could. I think it's going to be the best top 3 builds. And like I said, if you're new to the channel, man, welcome to the channel. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification. I try to post every single day for you guys, so you will not regret subbing to my channel. But that's pretty much it, man. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Until next time, clutch out.
I'm feeling your energy, and shorty, man, she really into me. I got lots of enemies, and they wanna act like they friends with me.